To the woods, it is time for this week's Community Gem segment. And tonight, we're headed across the street from our studio to a place that has history, discussion, and current events as a focus connecting Erie to the entire community.
It is the Jefferson Educational Society, Erie's very own think tank. But what does that mean? We are talking with the man serving as its president for the past 5 years and how it is a place bringing in big names to the city of Erie.
Quotes from U.S. presidents and pictures of them, too, fill the Jefferson Educational Society along State Street in Erie. But what is the JES, as it's affectionately called?
The JES is a community think tank.
Furky Ferrati took a job as a researcher here out of college. Today, he's the president of the JES, seeing it into its 15th year.
But there was this intellectual thirst here in Erie that basically told us we want more and more and more.
The JES produces more than 200 publications a year. The book on the left is from Dr. William Garvey, who founded the JES.
They're stationed around the country.
But what the Educational Society is known for is the Global Summit Speaker Series, bringing in world-renowned speakers right to Erie, including former presidents.
There's been about 150 speakers just for the Global Summit. And whether they're speakers for the Global Summit or other JES programs, this is an area where they can come and reflect, to collect their thoughts. It's a speaker's room, and many times they do that right before going out, right out on stage.
A stage to foster educational conversation for community members.
They need to be able to have dialogue and to have a platform where ideas are emerging and they're not politicized all the time. We are nonpartisan. That's very important to us.
Angela Beaumont is the director of programming.
So it's an ongoing process through building relationships with these speakers, and then they recommend others to us that Erie is actually a great place to visit.
And what is happening in Erie is getting noticed.
So we've started sort of a chapter for our Global Summit, our flagship summit over in Redlands, California. And we're looking at other communities our size or smaller to expand to Jefferson.
Until then, the JES will focus on other programming, tackling local issues like poverty and the economy, often in partnership with community organizations that provide space to the JES across Erie County.
We're in Corey, we are in Edinburgh, Fairview, and East Side with ECAT.
The JES also spearheads a leadership academy for ages 25 to 45, taking the emerging leaders around the county and even to the Pennsylvania state capitol.
They meet with the governor, they meet with the lieutenant governor, they meet with the leaders of both of the Senate and the House.
Helping to grow the reach of this community gem.
Oh, it is really a fascinating place. The JES also has several rooms available for rent for meetings or other events for the public. It's a place filled with U.S. and Erie history. And, the sponsors for the Global Summit Speaker Series, those ticketed events, they are sponsored by community organizations and local businesses. So that is how they're able to bring in those big names to the city. And we want to tell you this, coming up next Monday on our Erie News Now Facebook page, we will be giving away free tickets to the Global Summit speech with John Dickerson of CBS News. He'll be at the Highmark Event Center, the former Hammer Mill, on the Gannon University campus. He'll be speaking on December 11th at 7:30. But again, we're giving away free tickets on Monday.
I believe we're sponsoring his visit, aren't we, here at Erie News Now? The more bright people you can hear from and learn from, that's how society improves. Love the JES.
Yeah, and that is what it's all about.
All right, let's try